Guys, back for this Wednesday slate. We have another 9-game slate for tonight. So before we get into this video, please be sure to drop a like on it and subscribe if you have not already. So baseball is going to start in about a week. If you've missed out on the other sales that I've had the past couple months, well, today's your lucky day because it's back to $50. So it's $100 off the regular season price. For today, you get all this stuff that you can see on here, both Draftkings, FanDuel. Going to have an article, kind of like a cheat sheet out every day. Gonna emailing out the Slack access later this weekend probably, and then also have a money back guarantee if we don't cash at least 65%. So you can visit the website dfsprocess.net to get on board with that deal if you want to. It's a super cheap deal. It comes out to about like $4 or $5 a month for the entire season plus playoffs, so nobody out there is gonna offer a better deal. But let's get on to the slate. It's a 9-game slate. First up, I'm going to go with Goran Dragic at 5,300. So we know Winslow is out for this one again. Without Winslow, Goran Dragic has played 28 and 29 minutes the last 2 games and has been really good in each one. The last game was when he went off for 57 Draftkings points. His price tag went up to 5,300, but he still has that monster upside. He hasn't been starting games yet, but I would assume that he would jump into the starting lineup soon. But he was coming off the bench because he was dealing with injuries. But he looks very healthy now. He's been stroking the 3-ball, 66% in his last 2 games, shooting over 50% from the floor. He looks very healthy and explosive. He has a high usage rate without Winslow. He's coming off the bench and just taking the game over, him and Wade. So, and even though he's not starting, he's still closing the game out at the end of the game. So he's going to be on the court in the 4th quarter if this game is close. And I do like this spot against the Spurs, who have been on fire, 9 straight wins. But I think the Heat can stay in this game because they have been playing pretty well. I like DWade as well. He's only $4,800. He has also benefited a lot without Winslow the past couple games. Winslow kind of ran the point guard position for the Heat this year. But without him, Dragic and Wade are getting a lot more of the ball handling opportunities, especially Wade coming off the bench, just comes off the bench and does his thing. If he plays well, Spoelstra leaves him in there for 28 to 35 minutes. He's going to be closing the game out if this game is close. You think he's just a little too cheap at $4,800 for the amount of upside he has. And this spot against, like I said, against the Spurs, I think this is going to be a sneaky game stack. I like both sides of this game. So we'll get into the other side as well with DeMar DeRozan at $7,700. I just think the Spurs are a little too cheap here. I know the Heat are a good defense, but the Spurs are just on fire right now. 9 straight wins. I love playing the Spurs when they're at home. They play very well at home. DeRozan, Aldridge especially. At just $7,700, DeRozan has been playing super well as of late. He flirted with the triple-double against Golden State. He has just been very solid, scoring in the 40s a lot of the time lately. Against Miami this year, he went off for 54 earlier this season. He's just been playing a lot better as of late and averaging 43 Draftkings points in his past 10 days, right around 6x value at his price tag. So I like DeRozan. I love Damian Lillard. He is just too cheap. He's down to $8,800. His price tag went down after he played 40 minutes without CJ McCollum. McCollum is still out for this one. Lillard is going to be probably the best play on the slate at just $8,800. He's way too cheap. He has 60-point upside. He takes a huge usage bump increase without McCollum on the floor this year. Against Dallas, not a scary defense at all. Damian Lillard at home, great play. He's averaging 51 against Dallas this year, and all those 3 games were with McCollum, I believe. So fire up Damian Lillard. He should be the best play on the slate. LaMarcus Aldridge is another guy I like on the Spurs. Like I said, I don't think a lot of people are going to play DeRozan and Aldridge today, but if you're making GPP lineups or even cash games, I think they're very solid plays. Both guys have been playing super well as of late. Both guys have been consistent and have 50-point upside. Aldridge, his price tag took a huge hit lately, 89 to 86 to 84 to 81, down to 79, so he's $1,000 cheaper than he was about a week ago. The matchup against Miami, going up against Kelly Olynyk, I like the spot for him. He has just been so consistent as of late. He has not dropped under 30 Draftkings points in a long time. And at home, he's the guy that plays a lot better, averaging 42.5. At home, that is about 6 more Draftkings points better at home He only dropped 29 DraftKings points against the Heat earlier this year, but that was when his shot just could not fall at all. Only shot 2 of 14. A guy that's shooting over 50% from the floor. I don't think that's going to happen 2 times in a row. So I love LaMarcus Aldridge. And then finally, I like Mudiay a little bit. He's $4,600. He's up and down, but last game it was just a huge blowout against Toronto. They were in Toronto. Game got out of hand. Fizdale pulled everybody early. Only played 22 minutes, but Dennis Smith is out again. Without Smith, the past couple games he played 33 and 36. He should play those many minutes again if this game is close. At home, this makes me feel a little better about it. Mudiay has had some decent games at home this year. At $4,600, he's just too cheap if he's going to play 30 minutes again. And I think he has a good chance to get you over 20, and we know he has the ability to get you over 40. So those are the 6 players that I like for today. Thanks for watching. Visit the website if you want to get on board for MLB last time before the season starts, and good luck today.